Hey travelers, Captain Carmen here, and welcome to Travel Triple Play. This is where I'm going to be presenting the latest travel news, information about the hottest destinations, and updates on current promotions that are in market that are going to help you save even more when you plan and book your vacation with me. You get exceptional value when you use me as your travel advisor with my experience and all the things that work on your behalf at no additional cost to you. So tune in each week to Travel Triple Play and learn even more. And if you like the video, like it, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share it with your family and friends and loved ones. Let them know that I'm here to help them make those dream vacations happen. So start watching right now and see what we got this week. Hey travelers, Captain Carmen here, and welcome to Travel Triple Play for the week of August 15th. When it comes to travel news, I'm going to continue on what I was talking about last week when I was discussing protocols around cruising. A lot has happened in the past week, and now there's even more opportunities for folks who are not vaccinated to cruise. Specifically, Princess, Virgin, Norwegian, Carnival, amongst others, are opening it up even more. So there's opportunity for folks to travel with less form filling out and be able to explore and cruise like they did before. There'll still be testing requirements that apply to non-vaccinated guests, but it's a lot easier than it was. I actually have booked folks as of this past weekend who were waiting on a cruise to Hawaii happening in October on Princess, and it went no problem. It was noted in the file, and now they just have to adhere to the testing protocols. So there's definitely opportunities out there for those who are not vaccinated to get out there and travel and to cruise again. Testing requirements have changed. Now, if you're vaccinated, some of those situations are where you don't even need to be tested at all. But for vaccinated, most of the time you still do. Talk to me. Let's ask about it. And I can verify specifically what applies and what options are there, whether you are not vaccinated or what you have to do in certain countries if you are vaccinated and still might need a test. So let's talk about that and get you guys out there cruising under the safe guidelines of all the new protocols. Now, let's see what we got destination news-wise. So I changed my hat. I'm wearing green, so you might want to guess that for this week's destination, I'm going to talk about Ireland. It's a great, lovely place to visit, and for a lot of people, it's a big bucket list. A lot of people like it as a foray into going to Europe, especially if maybe it's their first time because they do speak English. But there's so many aspects about visiting Ireland and going there that you will love when you go there or go there again if you've already been. I like to tell folks that, the people are amazing. They're warm, they're open, they're loving, and they present their country in a way that makes you feel like you're one of them. And they do that a lot in their pub culture, which I always tell people, you got to experience the pubs for the social aspect, for the music, for the fun, the camaraderie, and to see how the people of those public houses, as they're known for, or what they're called, experience that aspect of the Irish life. And that's something you have to do when you're on an Irish tour and visiting the Emerald Isle. So Ireland is really based on the whole island, or the big continent, or not a continent, but the countries of Ireland and Northern Ireland are attached. Now, Northern Ireland is part of the UK. Ireland is its own country. They use different monetary systems, but a lot of people will go there and do a little bit of both. Northern Ireland, obviously, in the northeast corner, has Belfast and then Giant's Causeway and Derry up above that to the top, and then everything else is Ireland itself. Most people know of Dublin, of course, with all the pubs and the history of the city of Ireland, with the Book of Kells there at the university, and then you come south down towards Ring of Kerry, and then you come around to the west coast where you see some of the great cliffs up to Westport Sligo, up to the top again, back to Giant's Causeway, up where Ballique is, where Ballique Pottery is, and then come across the middle to the Great Midlands, where there's just beautiful greeneries everywhere. People like to go to see the castles. You can go to see them. You can stay in them. And there's a lot of options on that, whether you do it on an escorted tour or do it on a self-drive. I think escorted tours are an excellent way to see the country, because that way you don't have to worry about the driving, which can be a little bit of a challenge on the other side of the road, smaller roads. And then you're trying to navigate and you're dealing with other traffic and sheep. Literally, you're dealing with sheep. So it makes it a lot of a challenge for one person to have that responsibility. But some people like that flexibility, but I think the tours are also a great way to go. Another way people see Ireland is to go around the perimeter on cruises. You don't get to stay overnight in the little towns or the different guest houses or the castles or the accommodations, but it's an easy way to see it from the coast because you see it from the outside. So Ireland's just a wonderful, wonderful place. Any time of the year is really a good time to go. It's going to be wet. in the winter months. It's always kind of potential for rain because that's why it's green. But the winter months, it's a little chilly, obviously, but it doesn't get bitter cold like we might see here. It's always going to be windy along the coast. Summertime is much sunnier, but it's also busier because a lot of families and people do naturally vacation there. So a little bit on Ireland. Put it on your bucket list if you haven't already. Talk to me if you want to go. Don the green, buy the pint, and just become part of the culture that is Ireland. And I don't think you would be disappointed if you made that a highlight of your next trip. So for this week's promotions, I'm going to talk about Ireland. First off, I want to mention I am hosting a group to Ireland with Brendan Vacations next July 7th through the 16th on the Best of Ireland tour. It's going to go from Dublin round trip to the southern part of Ireland, out to the west coast, and then back. It's going to be a great 9 nights. Prices start at $29.25 per person plus air. And then once we hit a certain number in the group, once we get more than 10 people, then we'll get 5% off of that price. It's a great opportunity to save and lock into this year's price for a trip next year in 2023. I have space available through November to hold that. So give me a call, $200 non-refundable deposit will hold your space. Great opportunity to go to Ireland. Come with me, first pint's on me, and you'll have a great time. So for sure, that's going to be a lot of fun. Some other promos we got working in market. Viking Cruises has some excellent opportunities. Let me make sure I'm quoting this right. For 2023, this is their 25th anniversary, so they're blowing out a lot of different savings. All-inclusive cruising on select 2023 sailings on select rivers, starting at $21.99. That's probably for a window cabin, plus free international air. So when you think about $2,200 for a week-long river cruise, including your air, it's really unheard of. So that's with Viking, and that's available through, I think, the end of this month or maybe the middle of next month. So give me a call if you have any interest in going on one of the rivers next year. I can tell you which one specifically it aligns to. The other thing I want to mention from a promotional standpoint, this is a good one when you're planning ahead, which you know me, it's always good to plan ahead. That's some of my best advice I'm always offering. Celebrity Cruises always offers their 10-month out promotion in addition to what promotions might be in market. You can get up to $200 onboard credit for your stateroom if you book more than 10 months out. So if you're looking for something, let's say end of next summer or maybe next fall, and you book it now and it's 10 months out, you'll be able to lock into the price and the promotions that are in market and get this additional up to $200 off or $200 onboard credit, depending upon the stateroom that you're in. So if you're interested in Celebrity, it's a great cruise line. Let me know, give me a call, and let's talk about it. So in the meantime, that's your promotions for the week. Tune in next time for more information about news, destinations, and promotional savings. Until then, get planning, get packing, and I'll see you around. Thanks. Bye.